You know that feeling, right? You're staring down a huge decision, a real crossroads in your life or career, and you just feel stuck, totally paralyzed. Well, today, we're going to build a toolkit, a practical, step-by-step guide to get you from that paralysis to a place of real clarity, so you can make choices that actually feel right for you.
I mean, does this feeling of being completely overwhelmed ring a bell? You've got the endless pro-con lists, you've got advice coming at you from every direction, and that debate in your own head just goes around and around in circles. It's exhausting, right? It's a totally universal stress. But what if there was a genuinely better way to handle it?
Okay, so here's the absolute core idea we're going to dig into. When it comes to the really big, complex, life-changing decisions, our logical brain, the part with all the spreadsheets and the data points, it can only get us so far. To make a choice that you can really stand behind, one that just feels right deep down, we've got to bring more to the table than just cold, hard logic.
All right, so here's our game plan. We're going to build out our decision-making toolkit with 3 powerful tools. First, we'll learn how to actually listen to our body. Yeah, our body. Second, we're going to see how something as simple as a journal can cut through all that mental clutter. And third, we'll figure out how to find our career anchor, our non-negotiables, and then we'll put it all together.
So our very first tool is probably the one we overlook the most, but it's the most immediate source of wisdom we have, and that's our own body. Seriously, it's not just some taxi service for our brain. It's an active, powerful partner in decision-making. Think of it like your own internal compass.
And listen, this isn't just some vague, go-with-your-gut advice. Modern neuroscience actually has a name for this. It's called the somatic marker hypothesis. It's basically a scientific theory that says our physical, bodily sensations are real data points. They're like these internal signals that can tell us when something feels right or wrong, often way before our conscious brain has had time to figure it all out.
So how do we actually use this? Well, the technique is incredibly simple. It's called pause and scan. Before you make a choice, you just stop, take a deep breath, and turn your attention inside. As you think about one of your options, just notice what's happening in your body. Does your chest get tight? Do your shoulders relax? Do you feel yourself kind of leaning in with excitement or pulling back just a little? That physical response is often faster and way more honest than your mind is.
Okay, now for tool number 2. This one helps us make sense of all that mental noise that our body's reacting to. We're talking about the Clarity Journal. And it's all about one simple idea. Get those racing thoughts out of your head and down on paper. Because once they're on paper, you can actually start to make sense of them.
And this visual just shows that transformation perfectly, doesn't it? On one side, you've got that internal chaos of a big decision. You feel overwhelmed, anxious, totally confused. But on the other side, that's what happens when you get it out of your head. The simple act of writing it down brings order, it brings focus, and it brings this incredible sense of self-awareness. You go from chaos to clear. And there's a ton of research showing that this kind of writing has huge benefits. The best part is, you don't need some fancy system. You could just do a mind dump. Literally just write anything and everything that comes to mind to get it out. Or you could focus on your goals or how the decision makes you feel. The only real key here is to just do it. Make it a simple, consistent practice.
Now for our third and final tool. This one gives us a crucial filter for all our choices. It's about finding what's called your career anchor. This is basically your set of non-negotiable values and motivations, the stuff that defines what fulfillment and success actually mean to you personally.
And this is a really powerful concept that comes from an MIT professor named Edgar Schein. He described a career anchor as your own internal compass. It's that one core thing, a mix of your skills, your values, your motives, that you would refuse to give up no matter what. Knowing what that is, it's a total game changer. So here are the 8 core anchors that Schein identified. Just look through them for a second. Does one of them just jump out at you? Are you the person who needs to be the absolute expert in your field? Or is it all about having autonomy and freedom? Maybe you're driven by a need to serve others. Or maybe you just love a pure, impossible challenge. When you identify your primary anchor, you suddenly have this incredibly powerful filter for every single opportunity that comes your way.
Okay, so we've got our 3 tools: the body scan, the Clarity Journal, and the career anchor. We've collected them. Now, let's put them all together into one simple, powerful system for making choices that are truly and deeply aligned with who you are.
And here's the framework. It's so beautifully simple. Step 1. Start with your why. Get crystal clear on which career anchor is your true north. That's your foundation. Step 2. Explore your what. Use your journal to think through your options and see how they actually measure up against your anchor.
And finally, step 3, check in with how it feels. Use that pause and scan technique to notice your body's real visceral reaction to each option. Does it feel open and expansive, or tense and restrictive? You see, when you integrate these 3 things, your core values from your anchor, your rational thoughts from your journal, and your body's wisdom, something amazing happens. You stop just making a decision. The whole thing transforms into a process of alignment. You're not just picking a path anymore. You are literally returning to your own clarity, your own presence, and your own personal truth.
So the next time you're facing one of those big, overwhelming decisions, just remember this toolkit. The wisdom you're looking for, it's not just out there in all the data and all the advice from other people. A huge piece of it is already inside of you. So the only real question left is, are you ready to pause and actually listen?